Hey everyone, Jason here, and wow. I am not even surprised. Foxy the Fox 110 has responded to me for the fourth time. She just won't give up, won't she? Either way, let's just begin the response and see what Jenna has to say.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Foxy the Fox 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Fox Reacts Season 4, Episode 95. And this is another Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, since this video is 36 minutes and 17 seconds, I'm going to explain it into 4 parts. I'm not going to explain how I'm going to do it because I just want to get going with the Fox Reacts, but I'll explain as I go. Anyways, part 1, which today will be the first 10 minutes of the video. Now anyways, before we get started, just want to say don't attack Jason or watch anything, because this video is only meant for in-game purposes only, and contracted purposes only. Anyways, let's get started.
This is the third time Foxy has responded.
What do you think?
That response was completely unnecessary and uncalled for. Like, can't she give this shit up already? But anyways, hey everyone. Welcome back to another commentary video.
I'm just going back to say my name, so I'm just going to pause it for this part to get past this part. I'm just going to say my real life name, so I'm just going to pause recording this part to get past it. I'll be back, but I'm not going to stop recording, I'm just going to pause it. Alright, now let's continue.
Doing that is very useless, because everyone already knows what your real name is. My commentary on her commentary on my commentary on her commentary on my commentary on Christmas. Yes, Sunny Day knows rant on bruh moment. Yes, you read that correctly. So buckle up, and let's get right into it.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Foxy the Fox 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 88. And this is another Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, at first I was going to do the Fox Reacts one more video, but then I changed my mind and decided to do it in 2 parts. So basically today, part 1 will be the first 10 minutes of the video, and then tomorrow for part 2, which is the final part, which will be the last 11 minutes, 32 seconds of the video for the Fox Reacts. Anyways, before we get started, just want to say, don't attack Jason or which one thing, because this video is only meant for in-game purposes only, and contractual purposes only. Anyways, get started.
I was supposed to respond to this 8 days ago, but I never discovered her backup channel until Nightman from Minecraft showed me a video of it, and he even requested me to do this commentary, so I decided to make this commentary anyway. Let's just begin the response.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Foxy the Fox 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts Season 4, Episode 83. And this is another Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, before we get started, just want to say don't attack Jason or which one thing, because this video is only meant for in-game purposes only, and contractual purposes only. Anyways, get started.
Welcome back to another commentary. For this commentary, I am going to be taking a look at Foxy the Fox 100% commentary on what
Not too many names, but actually reacts, no commentary.
commentary.
Again, not too many names, but actually reacts, no commentary.
Repeat yourself all you want, buddy. Yes, Sunny knows rant on bruh moment. Let's get started, shall we? I don't think going back to a certain part of the commentary was necessary.
Okay, I'm gonna stop for a minute because he's about to say my real name, so basically I'm gonna stop recording just not stop it, I mean pause it, to pass this part. But anyways, before I do that, I just want to say the reason before after I'm going to do that before I explain that. Alright, there we go.
You think skipping the part where I called you by your real name is going to stop people from knowing your real name? Well, newsflash, it isn't working. Everyone already knows your real name.
Well, I'm only pausing it because I want my real name to be in my videos. That's all. That's why I'm doing that.
I have no idea what your reasoning is supposed to mean.
Well, the reason why I went back is to make sure I heard it correctly.
Well, why not turn up your volume so you can hear it properly?
Well, good point. So I will do that from now on. Well, my brain is fine. It's fine. It's probably fine, dude. I'm back when I can make sure I heard it correctly.
Yours. Rewinding back to the part where I mixed up your sentence, where you say it's a reacts and not a commentary only just to respond to it again is totally unnecessary.
Well, I went back to it to make sure I heard it correctly. Alright, now I'm back. Now let's continue. Well, I only did that. Well, I only went back to make sure I heard it correctly. I only went back a little bit to make sure I heard it correctly.
Yeah, I heard you. You said it the first time, so you don't have to say it to me for the second time. You really need to stop doing that for every commentary you make, unless it's for a good
There's actually reacts, no commentary.
reason. Also, double tap to see exists.
Well, I know that this, but I'm not quite but I don't think about how to do that basically because I know that I've asked it before, but I need to figure out how to do it.
Are you serious? You don't know how to use double tap to seek? It's a quick and simple technique for forwarding or rewinding a video. Just press the screen with both fingers twice to jump forward or backward in the video.
Well, thanks for telling me. We used to suck. Now anyways, that's the end of part 1, and part 2 will be tomorrow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, out. Hey, what's up, it's me, Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 95. And this part 2 of my Nana Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, part 2 will be the next 10 minutes of the video. Anyways, before we get started, just want to say, don't attack Jason and what's my thing, because this video is only meant for entertainment purposes only, and constructive purposes only. Anyways, let's get started. Well, what I was saying is right. What I was saying is that I'm right about.
What are you right about exactly?
Because basically what I was saying is I was right. What I was saying about my response to you was basically what I was right about, and also I was basically, after I was going to tell you what I was going to tell you, I was basically going to let you continue after I told you what I was going to tell you.
Well, how about you wait till I finish what I was saying, then tell me something as soon as I finish.
Alright, I'll do it from now on. I actually started doing that from now on.
I bet you didn't let me finish, because you know I'm right.
You're doing it again.
I'm going back again to make sure I heard it correctly.
Don't you realize how much time you're taking up by doing this?
Well, I'll try not to do that anymore.
Don't try, you have to stop doing it.
I just wanted to say something before I let you continue.
Just because you wanted to let me know about something does not mean you can talk over me. You could have just waited until I finished my sentence.
Okay, I'll do that next time. But that doesn't mean that you not let me finish.
Excuse me.
Back, but let's continue.
There's a reason I should not let you finish. Also, just to let you guys know, when I am calling Foxy.
Okay, I'm back. Now I just have to end that part off. I just had to stop the recording so I can edit that part out.
Still doing it right. There's no point in doing that if everyone knows your name, you know.
Well, I'm doing that is because I wanted to. I was doing that because I don't want my real name in my real name in my videos. Because I want my real life name in my videos.
But we all know your real name, Jenna. I am not saying it to troll her. I am Dennis.
about? What?
You know what I said.
No, I don't. Are you insane or something? I want you to actually explain.
What I was saying is that Christmas yesterday no was saying that Bro Moment can't handle criticism. That Bro Moment can't handle criticism when Bro Moment actually can handle criticism.
Yeah, dude. No proof. What?
Actually, I do have. Wait.
Don't you actually show some proof?
Well, I do have proof. In fact, I'll show you the proof right now. Hang on. Here's the proof. See, here you go.
The comment, where you told Bruh Moment that making a demonstration video of someone killing themselves was messed up is not criticism. You were only telling him that suicide was not something to joke about. So tell me what it is that's criticizing Bruh Moment. Bruh Moment recognizes that what he did was mistaken and is willing to take feedback and learn from it. So that's not handling criticism. That's taking responsibility for his own actions. How about you actually show some proof that he takes criticism like a man?
Anyways, let's get back to the Fox Reacts. Anyways, let's continue. Anyways, that's the end of part 1, and part 2, which is the final part, will be tomorrow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Fox the Box, I'm Ken, the WWL fan, out. Hey, what's up with me? Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 8. And this is part 2, which is the final part of my another Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, part 2, which is the final part, will be the part 2, which is the final part, will be the last 11 minutes and 32 seconds of the video. Now, anyways, before we get started, I want to say, don't talk to Jason or what anything, because this video is only meant for in-team purpose only, and contracted purpose only. Anyways, get started.
He made multiple videos getting his revenge for the punishment day videos which they make out of his friends, even himself. The whole definition of retaliation is revenge.
Okay, I understand now. In fact, I actually have talked to Bro Moment already. We have talked to Bro Moment about it already. And he told me that he regrets doing that. In fact, I will show you his response right now, and what I said as well. Hang on. Here you go. See this way, what I told him, and this is what he said. Anyways, let's get back to the Foxy Reacts. Right? Let's continue. I will actually talk about it next time I talk to him.
even if that is true, that doesn't mean he's telling you the truth in this situation. People lie, and just because you know a person, that doesn't mean you know with absolute certainty that they wouldn't ever lie to you. I'll take your lack of response as a concession that you can't provide any evidence supporting your claim that Brugh moment is actually black. Perhaps you ought to think a little bit more critically about your assumptions and not be so quick to accept them simply because someone you trust told you. You have proof to back it up, or do you blindly trust him?
Well, I know Belmont would never lie to me because I've known him for a long time.
That's it? That's your response? Just because you've known him for a long while doesn't mean that you should trust him blindly.
He ain't lying about his race, dude.
How would you know? It doesn't make any sense to believe someone just because they tell you something. If you don't believe me, it is up to me to convince you. I can't simply claim that whatever I say is true without supporting evidence. How do you know?
Well, I know that he's not lying to me. Anyways, that's the end of part 2, and part 3 will be tomorrow. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan. Hey, what's up, it's me, Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 95. And this is Part 3 of my another Fox Reacts on Jason. Now anyways, part 3 will be the next 10 minutes of the video. Now anyways, before we get started, just want to say, don't attack Jason or what you think, because this video is only meant for entertainment purposes only, and constructive purposes only. Anyways, let's get started. Because I have known him for a long time, and I know for a long time, and I trust him. So basically, he's one of my most trusted friends. So I know that he would never lie to me, because he's not the type of person who would lie to his friends.
Your blind trust in him is naive and ignorant. You shouldn't blindly accept what people tell you without question and evidence. It doesn't matter how close the person is to you. In fact, you should be even more skeptical of those close to you, as they are more likely to use their relationship to manipulate you into believing their lies. The silence I receive only further reinforces the previous points I made. I can only assume that you have no further arguments to support your position, which means that I have won this debate.
Because I know that Brown Moment would never lie to me.
How do you know he wouldn't lie to you?
Because I've known him for a long time.
That doesn't matter. There are many people in history who others have known for a long time and trusted as honest, who ultimately turned out to have been lying. I'm not suggesting that Brugh moment is definitely lying to you, but to assume he's certainly not based on nothing but your trust is not rational thinking. Well, it seems like you've run out of ways to defend your position. Hopefully this exchange will prompt you to take a more critical approach to the things you read online and not just accept them at face value. How do you know he's not manipulating you into believing his lies and deception?
Because I know that for a moment would never do that.
You can't possibly predict his behavior with 100% certainty. Nobody can. People are unpredictable and may act differently than what you expect. Just because you trust him doesn't mean he will never lie to you, manipulate you, or do anything else harmful to you. If anything, you're more vulnerable to manipulation and harm when you blindly trust someone with no critical thinking skills. I'm glad we could get to the bottom of this and determine that he is in fact not black. sense whatsoever.
How? Doing not making no sense, dude. I, I, I basically explained it perfectly well. So can you please tell me the way what so can you please tell me what doesn't make sense, and I'll try, and then so please tell me what doesn't make sense, and I'll try to explain it to you again a little bit more carefully.
You said that a white avatar doesn't necessarily mean that they are white in real life, and I don't think you understand what the color of an avatar really indicates about the person in real life.
Well, the example that I'm going to give you basically, I'm just going to give you an example to explain it. Well, basically, like for example, like wasn't Perez's avatar is white, but he's actually black in real life.
That's just some silly exception. That doesn't usually happen. Most avatars are a representation of the person who owns that avatar. Most black people usually have black avatars.
I still hate Wilson Perez, but that's just an example. I'm just giving that out as an example.
The color of your avatar literally means how much melanin you have, which determines your skin color. How can a black avatar not be black when skin color and avatars are correlated?
Well, somebody somebody could be using somebody's avatar could be the opposite skin color that they actually are in real life.
Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone make an avatar that doesn't represent their real life skin color other than to do digital blackface? See? Now you're refusing to respond, which means you don't have any more arguments. Admit that your theory is a myth and it doesn't make sense.
Well, for an example, Wilson Perez avatar is white, but in reality he's black in real life. I still hate Wilson Perez, but I was just using that as an example.
You could have just said that earlier. But either way, that's just an exception. I'm talking about how most avatars are accurate representations. How can some people have white avatars and not be white? How does that make sense? If your avatar isn't an accurate rec, then it's probably just some weirdo doing it. Also, where's proof to back up your claim that Wilson Perez is black?
Well, no, I'll show you it. Hang on. Right, here you go. I know it's not really. I know it's kind of a blurry picture, but it's the only only evidence I have. That's the only evidence that I know of.
Looks like it was taken from another face of a person.
Anyways, let's get back to the Fox Reacts. Alright, now I'm back, but let's continue.
Claim that Wilson Perez is black.
I believe for a moment because I know he would never lie to me.
Even if you assume he wouldn't lie to you, that doesn't mean he's actually black. The fact of the matter is the evidence supports the fact that he's actually white, while the evidence you bring forth in support of his claim to be black is a statement that you blindly accept without question. No look. No response. Seems to me that your lack of response indicates that you have nothing more to support your claim.
Basically, didn't respond because I had nothing. I didn't respond because I had nothing to say.
Exactly. Because you lost the argument. actually provide legitimate evidence to support the claim that Brother Moment is black. You're simply taking his word for it, which is quite unwise. Didn't respond, huh? That's what I thought.
Well, I didn't respond to that because I had nothing to say.
Well, it seems that you're unwilling to acknowledge the fact that you can't provide any evidence supporting your claim that Brother Moment is actually black. It's quite disappointing that you're so willing to blindly accept his claims without questioning them, simply because you trust him. Perhaps, if you were more open-minded and less biased, you would be able to consider the possibility that he might be lying about his skin color. It's unfortunate that you're unable to see the flaws in your thinking process and are unwilling to critically examine your own assumptions. You're speechless because you realized that you can't back up your argument with any evidence. Hey, I wasn't finished.
Well, I was going to say something, and then let you finish.
Well, why not just wait until I finish my sentence, then tell me something. It's a simple fucking concept.
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, I will do that from now on. I mean, I will let you finish with what you're saying, and then say something from now on. I mean, I will let you finish before I say something from now on.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
And then say something from now on. Sorry about that, I didn't mean to go backwards. Let you finish before I say something from now on. Well, maybe for a moment just wanted to use the avatar of the opposite because they actually use in real life.
So you're saying he wants to pretend to be white? Why would he do that?
I'm not saying that he's pretending to be white. I'm just saying that he might have just wanted to use. He probably just wanted to use the opposite skin color. Anyways, that's the end of part 3, and part 4, which is the final part, will be tomorrow. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, out. Hey, what's up? It's me, Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 95. And this is Part 4, which is the final part of my Another Fox Reacts on Jason. Anyways, Part 4 will be the last 6 minutes and 17 seconds of the video. Anyways, before we get started, just want to say, don't attack Jason or watch anything, because this video was only meant for 18 purpose only, and contracted because purpose only. Anyways, let's get started. Because before his avatar he actually is in real life, it doesn't mean he's pretending. He just probably wanted to use the opposite skin, the opposite of his opposite skin color than he actually is in real life for his avatar.
So he wants to be identified as something that he's not? That doesn't make sense. Wouldn't he want to represent himself as who he really is? Why would his avatar be something that he's not? Well, looks like you have nothing to back up your claim. So this means I have won the argument. Wouldn't it be confusing? Your argument does not make any sense.
Well, I remember that he said when the community had posted one time explaining why his avatar is white. And he's actually black in real life.
Well, I will have you know that Brother Moment confessed that he's white in real life. Here's proof supporting my claim.
Well, I can see what you mean, but that could be confusing though. But one of the things you can do so people don't get confused, like say in the description of your channel, just say what your skin color is in real life, or basically explain it to people so they can understand. I mean, so they know, so they won't get confused.
Yeah, but what I think the best way to do it would be to have their avatar match their real life skin color just to avoid confusion.
I see what you're saying, but you two suck. Oops, didn't do that. Foxy, it's actually the apps, no commentary.
You just said that already.
Again is actually the apps, no commentary.
My fucking god. This is the fourth time you said that. Why can't you just say something else instead of the same boring sentences? You note our ears and brain. We suggest you take your broken record of a mouth to a speech therapist and
Do the actual. Wait a minute, I'm going to finish before I say something actually.
maybe then you could learn how to talk properly for once.
Well, I actually took speech class when I was in school, dude.
I'm certain that you were the worst student in your class.
Nah.
If only you could hear how everyone talks about you behind your back. They all secretly think you're a huge embarrassment and a complete waste of space. They laugh at you every time you try to talk and make fun of how dumb you sound. It's honestly shocking that you have any friends at all. They must be just as pathetic as you. You never cease to amaze everyone with your poor speech skills and awful pronunciations. Even the teacher must have wanted to bash your head against the wall every time you opened your mouth.
Nah.
If you keep repeating, nah, like an insufferable buffoon, my brain will soon explode into a million pieces. I can only handle so much idiocy in one day, so please stop trying to kill me. Also, did your speech teacher give you passing grades out of pity? Because there's no way you deserved to pass that class. Your speech was the most atrocious thing I've ever heard, and your pronunciations were downright abysmal. You should truly be ashamed of your lack of verbal skills and your inability to communicate. The world would be a better place if you were mute. I recommend that you go back and enroll in the course, because you clearly need it.
guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Foxy, Fox, L-Band, out.
Well, is commentary up?
Not too many was actually reaction or commentary.
So you've claimed repeatedly. If only you were capable of learning some new words and phrases in addition to that tired statement.
Well, I always stop saying that sentence. I'm never gonna, someone try to pick out someone else to say. We'll not say anything off of that for that. I'm gonna try to figure out something else to say for that.
Yeah, but your limited vocabulary seems to be quite a hindrance to conversation. Perhaps you could try reading some poetry or listening to a podcast to get some new phrases and words into your repertoire. It might help you in the future, if you ever have to communicate with another human being. You never know, you might even end up making some friends. You must be such a bore at parties. I bet people avoid you like the plague because of your limited conversational skills.
Nah, they don't avoid me, dude. People actually enjoy talking to me.
Sure, in your dreams. Maybe they are just being polite, but deep down I'm sure they find your limited vocabulary and repetitive responses to be quite tiresome. I recommend that you find some new material to keep the conversation interesting. No one likes talking to a broken record. Have you tried reading a dictionary or thesaurus? It might help you finally make a point without repeating the same line over and over again.
Well, I'm gonna not say that line anymore, because in fact, I'm getting tired of saying that line over and over again.
Thank God. If I had to read that same phrase one more time, I think I'd lose my mind. You really need to broaden your vocabulary and learn how to express yourself in a more meaningful way. The reason I think that is because she kept saying the same statements with no evidence to back up her claims and can't think of anything else to say. But anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos and we'll see you next time. Until then, stay awesome everyone.
Anyways, that's the end of the part 2, which is final part of Fox Reacts. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL band, out.
Well, that commentary sucked. Because the criticism offered by Foxy was repetitive and she failed to address my arguments with logical counter-arguments. She just reiterated the same points repeatedly, which suggests a lack of substance in her claims. Well guys, that's all for today. If you liked what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button and check out some of my other videos to stay up to date on the latest commentary and news. Either way, I will catch you later on the next video. Goodbye.
Anyways, that's the end of part 4, which is the final part of the Fox Reacts. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan, out.
Well, that commentary was awful, and repetitive at the same time. In some parts, Foxy the Fox 110 kept her mouth shut, which shows she has nothing to back up her arguments. Like, come on. I am sure people know better than that. But anyways guys, see you later.